Hey y'all! So thanks for joining me in the next video of this series, which is tips for D1 athletes. All right, so this video is going to be broken down by by class, right? Is it class? Yeah, class or year, whatever you want to call it. So for my freshmen, okay, so you're being recruited to to be an athlete, right? Okay. On your official visit, ask questions. Ask questions. And you can ask questions like, what is your coaching style? You can ask questions like, what kind of food do they serve at the CAT? You can ask questions like, do you have, or does this institution offer this program? What extracurricular activities are available to student athletes? How much time will I have as separate from academic and athletics as a student athlete? And primarily, to be honest, the best people to answer your questions are student athletes who are already either sophomores, juniors, or seniors. Why? Because they've been at the university. They know the ins and outs of the university. Okay? Freshmen, listen more than you speak. And go to every class. Keep in mind, when the season starts, you may have to miss class. So make sure you're at the classes that you can be. Make sure that you're at the classes that you actually can be. Okay? And when it comes to books, wait to buy the book. Most courses that are offered, they market it. Oh, it's required to buy the book. You need to have the book in order to be successful in this class. Most times, you don't. And from my experience anyway, in my field of study, I studied communication and business administration, but initially I was a bio major, and most times we didn't need to buy the book. And if we did buy the book, it was off of line, which was way cheaper. And I'll link some places to purchase the book at a fraction of the price that most bookstores offer it at. And also, if you don't have the book, somebody in that class may have the book. Hey, do you mind if I take a picture of that page? Do you mind if I scan a copy of the book? Those are all options. If you can buy the book and it's not hurting you, sure. But most times, when I purchased the book, it just made my book bag super heavy freshman year. And freshmen, choose your major, decide your major, and then commit to that major. Changing majors only extends the lifeline of your college career, which isn't bad because it's ideal to graduate with a degree that you know that you're going to pursue after graduation. However, it's best to choose a degree, decide, and then commit to that degree. All right, so my sophomores, focus on your A's and athletics. Continue to get A's in class. Continue to go to study hall. Continue to pursue the very best version of your degree of your degree pattern. And also keep in mind that athletics is important, but after graduation, yeah, you can probably still work out. Yeah, you can probably still run. Yeah, you can probably still participate in your sport of choice or your extracurricular activity of choice or whatever you have a scholarship in. But your degree is what is really going to allow you to propel yourself into whatever career field that you choose. Sophomores, you've been on campus for a year now. You know how to get to class. You know some of the shortcuts to get to class. You know what works. You know what doesn't work. You know what you like about the campus. You know what you don't like about the campus. But keep in mind, you have so much more to learn. So drink water and mind your business. My juniors, y'all are upperclassmen. Y'all been there for 2 whole years, about to be 3 years, right? Y'all know exactly what to do. Y'all know how y'all know how this game works. Y'all know how classes work. Y'all know how Moodle, Blackboard, whatever other program software that y'all are using, y'all know how that works. According to most college advisors, this is considered the hardest year. Just continue to excel. This is also the year that you want to begin networking and developing meaningful relationships. Yeah, after you graduate, you'll probably still be friends with the people who you're on the team with, but you also want to make sure that you're a well-rounded individual who is connecting with individuals who are propelling and excelling in your desired industry and field. You want to connect with the people in your industry. If you're going to be a doctor, honey, you should be talking to the doctors. If you're going to be a sportscaster, you should be talking to sportscasters. That's simple. And also for athletes who love their sport, this is a year you want to realize, okay, am I going pro or not? Decide and adjust. This is the year that I became a pro. I became a pro athlete in my sophomore year. So I knew that this was something that I was going to pursue, and that's why I'm continuing to pursue it. But this is a year that you want to really take it serious or continue to focus on your academics and see how your life is going to adjust. And then my seniors, this is your last year. Okay? This is your last year. Give it your all. Leave it on the track, leave it on the field, leave it on the court. This is your last year. This is it. And speaking of leaving it on the track, not only athletically, but also keep in mind that you have almost 4 years experience over the incoming freshmen, over 3 years experience over the sophomore years, 2 years experience, a year more of experience than the juniors who are coming in. So make sure, make sure that not only are you leaving it all on the track, but you are also you're also giving your knowledge, you're also giving what you can to the incoming younger generation who's coming behind you. And also, time flies, so be resourceful. Be resourceful. This is the last year that you're going to be a college, last year as a D1 athlete, last year as a D1 student athlete. So that means that you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of all the resources that you either didn't know about or either can take better advantage of that the university offers. So go to the different information center, go to different resources, make sure that you're reaching out to those people, ask them like, hey, what can I do to be better? How can I be the best at what I'm doing right now? How can I put my future self in a better predicament than I am in currently? And once you do that, everything else will just flow perfectly. All right? So my pro athletes, you decide to go pro. Cool. Good job. You want to make sure that you contact your team and your coaches, right? And you probably could have done this, or you probably can do this your junior year, but you can feel free to do it your senior year because you're getting faster, stronger, wiser each and every year. So your pro team and your pro coaches will then be able to allow you to seamlessly flow from college to pro athleticism, and by just reaching out to them and talking to them, like, hey, what are the next steps? What do I need to do in order to be on the team? That simple. Seniors, ask for letters of recommendation. Honey, your letter of recommendation can make or break a job. Your letter of recommendation can make or break law school. It can make or break med school. Your letters of recommendation can serve as a secret element to a portfolio that you build, no matter what it is. Everybody likes to see 5-star reviews on Google, right? It's the same thing when you're building a portfolio and you're reaching out and you're networking and you're becoming more successful and you're being around individuals who, okay, will look at you at face value and say, yeah, you seem like a pretty good candidate, but let me see that background. Let me see that GPA. Let me see that letters of recommendation. Let me see what organizations you were a part of. Let me see how impactful you were to the team. Seniors, y'all been there for 4 years. Go to your favorite teacher. Go to your coach. Go to your weight room guy. Go to a colleague who you've done a group project with and say, hey, can you write me a really quick letter of recommendation? It doesn't have to be long, like 1 page, a couple paragraphs, whatever. Now you have that letter of recommendation to follow you for the rest of life. A letter of recommendation, like I said, can make or break a position. A letter of recommendation can separate you from any other candidate. And finally, seniors, write that resume. Write that resume. Perfect it. Make sure it looks good. Take it to somebody in the writing center. Every university has a writing center. Take it to the writing center and say, hey, this is my resume. Can you review it? And I cannot urge you enough to take advantage of the resources that your university has before you go. Yeah, I know by senior year, y'all are like, all right, cool, I get it, I'm ready to go, I'm about to get a degree, I'm ready to move to this new city, I'm about to get this big job, I'm about to do all this stuff. And you can, and you will, and you must, but before you go, take advantage of those resources. I promise they are there for you. Okay? There ain't never been nobody who's like, dang, they greedy for some resources. It don't exist. So, yes. So, those are the quick tips for my freshmen, my sophomore, my juniors, and my seniors. Thanks for watching, and now let's get into the next video in the series, which is the official visit.